Hi, I'm Roger Claassen from Computer Troubleshooters Toowoomba West, and I'm here to bring you a series on computing for seniors. In this series we'll assume that your knowledge of computers is limited. Therefore, if you wish to, from time to time, skip some of these tutorials and get down to the information that you require, please feel free. So with that in mind, we will now start with the most important part of computing, buying a computer. If you've never owned a personal computer or laptop before, you might like to know exactly what a computer can do for you. You may also like to know the difference between the two. The personal computer usually consists of a keyboard, mouse, monitor, tower, etc., whereas the laptop is an all-inclusive portable device that can be taken anywhere at any time. Before we decide which computer is best for you, we should take a look at what a computer can do for you. If you have a computer that is connected to the internet, the world is really your oyster. You can research many and varied topics right from the comfort of your very own living room. This is what we call going online. And if you can find many websites that are valuable with information on them, anything from expert medical advice, gardening needs, cooking, or your next holiday. You can also read news from around the world, check your banking, pay bills and keep in touch with family and friends. There is technology which includes programs like Skype, Windows Messenger, Yahoo, etc. that would allow you to talk to people with a video or simply by typing directly to them. These days emails are the most important factor in staying in touch with family and friends, and this can be achieved in your lounge room with little fuss. Keep up to date with your latest grandchild. You might ask yourself, what are your children up to this week? Well, you can stay in touch with them and find out. There are lots of things you can do to stay in touch. Birthdays never need to be forgotten again. You can create your own greeting cards, letters, and remind yourself of all the important dates coming up. Do you like studying genealogy or sports? These can also be done from your living room. You can play chess, backgammon, and a host of other games over the internet with people you know, or with complete and total strangers. It's up to you. You can share photographs and videos of your latest exploits and travels around the world. Go shopping online. Compare prices anytime, day or night. It doesn't matter. You have the freedom. Okay, so now you ask, what is a computer and what does it actually do? Well, let's have a look at what a computer is. Your computer is made up basically of two things: hardware and software. As the name suggests, hardware is usually physical devices that make up your computer, where software is programs, applications, etc. These are usually in software form or form that you can't actually see, but they are very necessary to run your computer. The hardware of your computer includes things like a central processing unit, which is a very small, very high-tech semiconductor chip that acts a bit like the brains of your computer. Another part of the computer is the random access memory, or RAM. This is like an intermediary between the hard disk and the CPU. These are located on the motherboard that makes your computer function. These functions include the sound, graphics or pictures, and other things related to your computer. The keyboard is similar to a typewriter and has the same function, allowing you to type commands and notes to your computer. And a mouse, so named because it looks and has the appearance of a mouse, small and with a tail, that allows you to move around your desktop with ease using your hand. Then there's peripherals such as printers, allowing you to print what you type, webcams, allowing you to take videos, speakers and microphones, allowing you to hear and record sounds. These aren't all, but just some of the so-called peripherals. Next we come to software. This is usually programs or applications that are stored on your hard drive of your computer, and without software your computer will not run. It would in fact be a giant piece of electronic device that wouldn't do anything. Or it would just sit there. Software is many and varied, but one of the first things you'll need to decide on is what sort of operating system you'll need. I like to use the analogy of a library to explain how a computer works. Let's imagine the box is the town that you're living in, and inside that town there is a library, or the hard drive. When we access or go to the library, we usually open or select a book. This is basically what the random access memory does. It selects the books from the library so you can work on them. The CPU then opens a page allowing you to work and read one particular page from the book. While this is only a rudimentary explanation of how the computer works, it may in some way explain the functions of a computer. Now we can get on to what type of computer to purchase. As I've said before, there are basically two types of computers: laptops and desktop PCs. The difference between the two is that a laptop is portable, lightweight, with a monitor and keyboards all attached. This is an all-in-one device and takes up little space compared to a desktop PC. The desktop PCs are typically larger, but usually easier to maintain and generally have more processing power and speed. So to help you decide on what type of computer to get, you need to create a list of what you want your computer to do. First thing you need to do is to decide how much you want to spend. You will also need to know how often you wish to use the computer and where you would like to use it, whether you'll be taking it on the road with you or whether it's going to stay at home. Do you need a large screen or will a smaller one suffice? Shop around before you buy. Don't just buy the first one you see. Buying a used computer from a friend is an option, although just remember that computers are relatively cheap these days, and so it might not be a good idea to get a second-hand one. There are of course websites that would help you, but when push comes to shove, your computer troubleshooter representative is the person you need for good advice on buying a computer. That ends part 1. Thank you.